Hey, hello there, and welcome back to the channel. Soul here with another South Park Phone Destroyer video. On today's video, guys, it is Saturday, March 26th of 2022, and I'm going to go ahead and do my Run 40 Kenny crew. As you guys can see, we're fighting against Chefs Elite, Fleet to Prey Whales, Illuminati, and Ukraine Chefs, or I don't know what that is. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty interesting week. It's pretty much the same thing we have seen on the first few months of the year. And for the past couple of weeks, we saw different teams, which I am happy for. But it seems that we're falling back into the same, how do you call it? Back into the same groove. Right now, Kenny Crew sitting at 74 in the Golden League. And last week, we got position number 3 with 3,678 points. This week, we have Fantasy and Adventure as our deck choices. More on that in a little bit. But like always, we're going to start by picking the winner for last week's giveaway. Then we're going to go over the deck, go over my strategy, announce how we're going to pick the winner for this video's giveaway, do our runs, and then end the video. So I hope that you guys are having a great weekend. I hope that you are enjoying the video. If you are, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Please consider hitting the like. Please consider sharing the video and supporting the channel any way you can. I would really be appreciative of that. So yeah, let's go right into the giveaway, and then let's go into the deck. Now, the winner for today's giveaway will get his hands on 3 copies of the Epic of his or her choice, 315 in cash, 2,000 Cartman coin, and 3,000 PvP tickets. If you're interested in knowing how you could participate on this particular video, stay tuned because I'm going to give the instructions in a short little bit. All right, and here we go. Last week I published a video, Team Wars number 11, and on that video I asked you to let me know what is a card that perhaps the community thinks is not very good. I think I used the word trash card. Or a card that is not very meta that you love using on your deck. Some of you answered those questions, so we're going to go ahead and copy the link for that. Where's the copy? Here, copy the link for that video. Go into pickawinner.co, paste the link there. Gonna fetch the comments. We might have to pick a couple of times because there were comments that a couple of comments that were not participating this time around. And we are going to say congratulations to Benjamin Bing Lang. Not a trash card, but Storyteller isn't meta either. I enjoy playing him on my alt account sometimes, especially when there are swarm events like this week or that past week. His in-game name is Peanut Colema Sauce, and he wants War Hero. And Benjamin, you will get your card in about a week time, so let me know when you do. Congratulations again. Thank you for participating, and let's go back into perfect. So here we're back, and again, Fantasy, Adventure, the deck choices, and we have Mr. Mackey, Mr. Slave, Brandy, we have Buccaneer Bebe, Paladin Butters, Lightning Bolt, Robin Twig, Dragon Slayer Red, Inuit Kenny, Officer Barbrady, LeBar Jimmy, and Aerostorm are together. Pretty crazy deck now that I think about it. I don't remember what I voted for the alternatives. Now I'm liking the defense that Mackie is bringing. I'm liking the fact that we have Lightning Bolt, not so much Aerostorm. So I'm not sure what were the other alternatives. Now we have to be careful with this Barbrady. Barbrady is going to be crazy this week. If we manage to get close to the new kid, it's not going to be game over, but it's going to be a huge chunk of HP. Merge that with a little bit of damage with Inuit Kenny, right? Remember that he doesn't do that much damage now to the new kid, so we have to take that into consideration. But at low levels, that could be really good. Now we have Dragon Slayer Red, which means we have a couple tanks. We cannot merge the Mr. Slave. We cannot merge together Officer Barbrady because they're going to get slayed, and we don't want that to happen. So we have to essentially keep them separate. We do have that Robin Tweak. What level do we brought it on? Ooh, we maxed out that Robin Tweak. What can we use that Robin Tweak? Well, perhaps we can use it to bring Mr. Slave back a little bit more HP. Remember that Robin Tweak heals plus gives HP, so perhaps that's a way of bringing that Mr. Slave up. Now, timing is a little bit tricky there, so you have to be right on top. When he loses that HP, you have to bring him right back up, because otherwise it's not going to work. Now, I think mostly I will try using Robin Tuki Buccaneer Bebe, especially if she is buffed up. I think that's gonna be a good alternative, but I'm not really not really sure, to be honest with you. Now that Buccaneer Bebe with which what with Mr. Mackey, I think that's gonna be really good because he's gonna be able to get buffed up a lot quicker than otherwise we could be able to do it. And I think I like that. I like that idea. Now, Lebar Jimmy, we could use it to break that Mr. Slave. We could use Inuit Kenny to break Mr. Slave. We could use Paladin Butters to break that slave, and so can the enemy. So don't count on your Mr. Slave surviving too much again, because we have a lot of alternatives. Now that lightning bolt, what would I use that lightning bolt? I'm not sure. Based on what I see here, I don't feel like we'll need to use lightning bolt for a lot of things. But if I had to pick one, it would be Mr. Slave. You know, another way of breaking him. Another thing, maybe to kill a crazy Buccaneer Bebe, because it's equal trade, 4 and 4. So if Buccaneer Bebe is going a little bit crazy, we could go and look into that. Arrow Storm, how much damage does Arrow Storm does at level 5? I am not sure. Perhaps I need to check. Let's do a quick check to see how much damage level 5 Arrow Storm does, and then figure out what is the HP of that Buccaneer Bebe, because I think that if she can die to that, because it does 351 at level 5, and then Buccaneer Bebe at level 6 max, she has 661. So she will not die to that Arrow Storm. So perhaps maybe using that lightning bolt would be better than using the Arrow Storm on her. That way you guarantee a kill. But I mean, I think it's gonna be very iffy depending on the situation that we're being faced at that particular moment. That Mr. Slave, not Mr. Slave, Officer Barbrady. One way that you can deal with him is not putting units directly in front, and perhaps behind him. So perhaps put units behind him, and if you cannot put units behind him, then put the units in a diagonal, essentially up above him or below him. That way, when he's doing the Billy Club hitting, he is not pushing them directly back. So they're putting him in a diagonal, and that way you push him or make him go away from the new kids, because I think that's gonna be the real kick here. You want to make sure that you get away from the new kid, or get Officer Barbrady away from the new kid as quickly as possible. And I think that's gonna be pretty much it. In terms of opener cards for me, Officer Barbrady. If not, it's gonna be Mr. Slave. And then support him with all of the units that we have. I don't think there's gonna be like a set strategy here. But one thing is, if I can, using that Mr. Mackey for defense for the new kid, and then mixing that Mackey with the little kids, I think would be clutch in most situations. And like I said, don't merge your units, because Dragon Slayer Red is a. So with that, I think we're ready, guys. I don't think we have anything else to say. We're just gonna go into it and just fight it. And yeah, wish me luck. But before we do that, let's go ahead and talk about the giveaway I mentioned earlier on the video. First of all, I want to thank Red Links for giving me the opportunity of selecting one of you guys to win a streamer pack. What does a streamer pack contains, you ask? Well, it's easy. A streamer pack contains 3 copies of the epic of your choice, 350 in-game cash, 2,000 Cartman coin, and 3,000 PvP tickets. All you need to do in order to participate is do what you're doing right now. Be a subscriber to the channel, like the video, and then after you do that, pay attention to the question I'm going to ask at some point during the battles, and answer me that question in the comment down below, and leave me your in-game name, the epic card that you want to get 3 copies of, and finally the answer to my question. I will pick the winner next week, just like I did today, with my new video. One important thing is that if you have won with me or any of the other content creators in the past 30 days, you cannot win again. So with that being said, I want to wish good luck to every one of you, and let's go back into the game. All right, awesome. So the question, I will give it to you in a little bit. Best of luck on that, but let's go into the battles. Wish me luck, and let's go into battles in 3, 2, 1, and battle. I know a lot of people have been having troubles with the game lately. I hope you haven't. I hope you have been able to play and get all of your requests and all this stuff. I know a lot of people have not, so yeah, it kind of sucks. I've been a little bit fortunate that any time I want to play, I've been able to. So I'm not sure when do the disconnects happen, and that you cannot able to connect to the service. But we're fighting against Oseiro from Inválidos Locos, and he is sitting at 7,127 points. We have Inu Kenny, we have Amazingly Randy. Let's go with Amazingly Randy right here.
Applaud me.
We're gonna go here with Paladin Butters. We're gonna go with this. That is perfect. We're gonna go ahead and Dragon Slay all of that. And his Mr. Slave is down for the count. That is perfect. Let's go and get some chickens out. We're gonna get a phone no matter what. The question is, are we gonna be able to get two? We're gonna go ahead and put our Bebe here. We're gonna go ahead and put our Bebe and see if he puts more chickens. If he puts more chickens, we are gonna be so good. Let's go ahead and heal this guy out. Ooh, there we go. Come on, one more Bebe. There we go. Unfortunately, our Bebe cannot get more boosted, but that's 96 points. And she's gonna take half of the new kid's HP on that gal. Oh my lord, that's good. All right, let's go with Mr. Slave. And we have, well, now we know that there was Arrow Storm, not Arrow Storm, but howdy, miss. Town of Many Moons and the Tower. But we got a victory here. 3 phones pretty quickly. Pretty decent match if you were to ask me. Which is awesome. Now, we learned a couple things. I mean, we learned that there is the tower. We know the defense tower. We know that there's going to be Town of Many Moons. So perhaps saving that bolt for him would be good. And then that tower, we know he puts an... what do you call it? A tank. We know he puts a tank. My words are failing me so much right now. We know he puts a tank, so also we can wait a little bit and then use that Dragon Slayer in combination with whatever he's putting in to combat that. So let's go into the second match and see how well we can do. Hopefully we will keep going with wins because wins are amazing. Here we go. Battle found. Loading. And fighting against P. Condal from Machiavellicos. I could not see the name of the team. And again, we start with a bunch of ranged units. So let's go with Amazingly Randy. And I'm not going to let that card. Let's go ahead and put this here so that she can kill it. Right. Well. Let's go with Lebart. Let's go here. Let's go there. Like I said, putting those units as far as we can so that that Officer Barbrady goes behind him. And that's phone. Yes, it is. I know we have Officer Barbrady. We are going to just push him, right? We're not going to wait. This is kind of dangerous in the way that if we put some sort of unit for defending, like right now, I don't have a way of countering that. But I think my unit is close enough. My unit is close enough to the new kid that he's going to do damage. He will do damage to the new kid. There we go. We have our Mr. Slave, and he, fortunately for us, he already used his Dragon Slayer Red. So now we can go in with our Mr. Slave and no fear whatsoever and go in and put the defense. We are going to wait. And we're going to do that roving tweak that I was mentioning earlier. But before we do that, we're going to go with this. I want that for us. There we go. We're going to do, let's do Mr. Slay. Let's do Dragon Slayer Red is what I meant to say. All right, let's go ahead and heal our Mr. Slave. All right, there we go. We're good to go now. We're gonna get a phone. Yeah, let's go. Let's go with let's go here with Inuit Kenny. And Inuit Kenny will get a phone, and then he's gonna do some damage to the new kid. How much damage? From 266 to 116. So what is that? 150 damage to the new kid? Hell yeah! I'll take that. And that is victory number 2. We are way on our way for a perfect score, 114 points. But knocking on wood, I don't jinx myself on the 3rd battle. So let's go quickly and do our battle number 3. And hopefully we will get that victory that we all want. 3 phones, 3 victories, 114 points. Hopefully we will get all of those. Battle found, battle loading. Let's go ahead and see who we are fighting against and who is the team that we're fighting. We're fighting against Fart Hammer and Undaunted Chat something. Undaunted Shatter 33. All right, so we have Mr. Slave, and I think that's what we're going to start with. And he's giving us the yay, and we are giving him the yay too. Let's go ahead and put that Mr. Slave sort of down there. All right, we are going to wait. We're going to go and put this card right here. All right, let's go with our own Paladin Butters. Boom. Let's go with our Officer Barbrady right here. And I messed up. I should have not done that, because if he has Dragon Slayer Red, I'm going to be in trouble. All right, here we are. What is he doing? What is he doing? Let's go with Inuit Kenny here on the top. Let's go with, should we go with Lebart? No. We're okay. We're okay. Let's go with our Storm. Now we can go with our Storm. And that's all she sang. Go ahead and keep our Mr. Slave healthy. Immortal Mr. Slave. Oh, I should have waited. I should have waited. If Mr. Yeah, he broke Mr. Slave. Let's go. Oh my lord, that was so good. That was so good. And there we go. 3 battles, 3 victories, 3 phones on each. And that means that we have 114 points for the crew. Has been a long while since I got one. I think more than a month. But here we go. We finally got one. Let's see how the team is doing, because I didn't check how many points we had. We have right now 665. Not a lot of people have played, but so far, pretty good score up there. There's a couple of people with low numbers, but that is okay. It happened to all of us, even though, you know, the best, the worst. We all have good days. We all have bad days. So that is perfectly fine, in my opinion. One thing I wanted to mention is, remember the different alternative. I mean, I don't know what was the alternative for the defense tower. I don't know what was the alternative for Stand on Many Moons, but just remember that those 2 are there. So perhaps saving that lightning bolt for that potential Stand on Many Moons, I think, is a good option, if you ask me. There was also Chicken Coop. Don't know what was the alternative for that Chicken Coop, but just remember that there is. So Arrow Storm could be useful in those. But not sure. All right, so make sure that you check on that. Talk to your teammates, and perhaps if you did take screenshots, plan ahead for those eventualities. So I think with that, guys, we were pretty much done. But before we do that, let's go ahead and give you the question that I'm going to be asking for you guys this week. Like I said earlier, it seems to be that a lot of people are experiencing issues. I mean, the game has been experiencing issues with disconnects and not being able to connect to the server. Have you been having troubles? Has your playtime been affected by that? Like I said earlier, at least for me, not that much, but I'm not playing as much as I used to in the past, so that could be really a factor. But if you're having issues, leave in the comment what part of the world you call home. You don't need to be specific, right? You don't need to dox yourself, but just generally speaking, where in the world are you located? And when usually do you experience disconnects that happen mostly during the morning, during the afternoon, in the evening, right? Just let me know that with your in-game name and the epic that you want, and you'll be automatically entered to participate. Guys, I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you so very much. I hope you liked the video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you take care, and Sol is checking out. Later.